The Cage. I'm here with my guest, Cage Wars heavyweight champion Matt Boyce. How's Matt today?
I'm doing pretty good, man. It's good to be here. Good to be talking to everybody.
How's everything been since the last fight and training camp for the new one coming up September 15th at the Rivers Casino in Schenectady?
Everything's going real well. Just working on all the parts of my game that I need to get ready for Rob. I already know what he's going to bring to the table. So it's just a matter of tweaking a couple things and getting ready for him. Yeah, everything's going good. You know me. You know how I work. I just got to tweak a few things, get ready for Rob. I know what he's going to bring to the table. He's a wrestler primarily. He doesn't really have anything that can bring to the table for me that I'm not going to already know how to defend or I already know what I'm going to have to do against him.
Your weight advantage coming into his fights was substantially like 30 pounds, 35 pounds?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be the full 265 for the fight. Supposedly I'm 6'4", but I'm 6'1", 265, so I'll be coming in full weight for the fight. He's going to have to come up to me. This is the first time I've actually ever had that power. I'm usually telling me they have to go down to them, but I'm the champ, so come up to me and fight me at heavyweight.
It's been a long road. This is what, your 21st amateur MMA fight?
Yeah. And got a lot of experience, got a lot of cage time. It's going to help me out a lot, I think, against Rob here. Like I said, there's nothing he can do to me that I haven't already seen before. I already know he's going to try to grapple me. If he tries to stand with me, he's going to get knocked out.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what's going to happen. So he's going to have to try to grapple, and he can't take me down either. So it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a long night for Rob.
For sure. We're going to go dive back into a couple different things. What got you started into MMA to begin with?
Well, I was a wrestler back in high school and wrestled college for a couple years. NCWA, placed in the top 8 in nationals for there. Always enjoyed the competition of wrestling because it's you versus the other person. There's nobody else that's fault it is other than your own if you lose. Got married, a couple kids, divorced. Been through it all.
Fuel to the fire.
Yeah. And then I decided that I don't know if it's such a midlife crisis more than just that I missed the competition, and they don't offer adult wrestling around here really at all. So
you get the old man tournament.
Yeah,
I mean, all you get.
But they don't really have that anymore. So MMA was the next choice for me, and I just kind of I'm a dive into the deep end and learn how to swim guy. So I decided to jump right in, and I contacted Chad Beatty, and he's like, "Yeah, I got a fight for you," and that's how it started. And after that first fight, the adrenaline rush, they had me. So I didn't care. I just wanted to get in the cage no matter what. Took a bunch of fights I probably shouldn't have, but I don't care. I don't regret any of it. It's led me to the path I'm on and where I am today. So,
what as a fighter, professional fighter, inspires you the most?
Probably I would say the person that inspires me most as far as professional goes, I would say probably like Roy Nelson. He's a very good athlete. He proves that like in MMA you don't have to have a six-pack to be successful. Mm-hmm. There's a couple fights that he came into that he knew the guy was probably better than him. I was a little disappointed with his preparations for those fights. I would have thought he would have been in a little bit better shape for him. Yeah. But a gut doesn't mean you're out of shape. He's definitely come in and took care of some world-class athletes, and you would never thought of that.
His cardio's always been on point, no matter what he looks like.
So, and he's just one of those guys. He loves to fight. He knows how to fight, and he has all the skills he needs to fight. And he puts in the work, obviously. Just because he has a gut doesn't mean anything. So, but he's definitely one of my inspirations.
Toughest opponent, hardest hitter, favorite opponent.
Toughest opponent I've ever gone against.
Yeah.
I have a pretty big self-ego, so I like to think that all my losses I could have beat all of them. There's only one person I've ever fought that I know that no matter how much I prepared and whatever, there's no way I would have beat him. His name is Darren Hudson. Yep. Guy was an animal. Like he was a legit animal. Like I've never been tossed around like that in my entire life. Regardless, wrestling, like this kid picked me up about 3 feet over his head, and I was a full 255. Tossed me down, got back up, same thing again. He's just on me like flies on what the entire time.
Yep.
And that was the longest 50 seconds of my life. That was like it was just.
I've heard Jim stories.
Oh
about
man,
him.
he was an animal. So that was my toughest opponent. Say my favorite opponent, he's just probably Dominic Gildersleeve.
I knew that was coming.
My favorite. It's just fun because it's so easy to get under his skin and get him worked up, and it just all plays into it. It got a lot of people followed it with me and him because it was it was funny. It was entertaining to watch from the outside and watch us go back and forth at each
Them
other.
fights sold a lot of tickets.
Yeah, they did. They did sell a lot of tickets. And you know what? As much as everyone wants to talk about Dominic, he is a tough kid. Like,
Very tough.
He's
Very.
I could barely put him down a couple times. I hit pretty damn hard.
Yep.
And
I'll test for holding mitts for that. Yep.
I'll give him the credit as he's like he can take his punches, but he's no one if he put some effort into it and dropped some weight and dropped down to where he should be. He could be pretty decent, but I understand what he kind of likes just getting there and banging whatever, but he's definitely my favorite just because all the backstory with it, and it was just fun and entertaining to play him. And he wasn't a pushover. He definitely came in and brought it. And the second time we fought, he gave me a good run. After the first round, that second fight, I was like, oh boy, I probably should I probably should start doing something here.
Yep.
Otherwise, it's gonna be I could lose to him here. So
Yep.
So yeah.
In closing, we'll do some word association with you. Upstate MMA in a whole.
Upstate MMA has I don't know if I can use one word, but Upstate MMA has a lot of talented fighters. Some of them choose to take it seriously and better themselves. Some don't. But I think Cage Wars is definitely back and doing things the right way. They're putting together a world-class production right now that will showcase those fighters that are taking things seriously and want to improve themselves, and it's going to give them a good platform to show off what they have.
Absolutely.
And hopefully get them moving in the right direction too, whether they want to go pro or not. But Cage Wars has definitely stepped the game up, and that signing there with the casino and getting the shows there at the casino, even those pay-per-views, the commentary.
Yep.
It's a world-class production now, and it's right in line with the other major regional promotions, and will definitely help the fighters around here get some recognition.
Okay. In closing, what's in Matt Boyce's future?
So we're gonna take it to this fight, see what happens this fight. I'm fully confident I'm gonna win this fight, and I'm probably gonna win by a pretty devastating knockout is what I'm predicting. So I'm hoping with the production level of Cage Wars, it's gonna get me some recognition here in the Northeast, and win or lose after this, I'm 100%. I've said it before, but this time, I'm 20 fights deep now into my amateur career. I'm definitely going pro. Hopefully, I can string together. I'm 35, just turned 35 in July, and hopefully, I can string together 2-3 wins as a pro and see what happens from there. At this point, I've put so much into the MMA over the last 5 years that it's hard for me just to turn away and walk away unless I just take at least a shot at it.
Absolutely. All right, you heard it from the champ, Matt Boyce, Cage Wars heavyweight champ. September 15th, he defends his belt at the Rivers Casino in Schenectady. I'd like to thank Warriors Instinct and the champ, Cage Wars. See you there.